So we have to be better. We have to be better to ourselves, first and foremost. And then we can only be better for other people at that point. We can't do shit for anyone until we're fortified with goodness from the inside out. We're carrying all these loads from the past and all this, that, and the other kind of shit. When something happened to you when you were younger, like 10, 15, 20, 5, 2 years ago, who cares? You've passed many dumpsters from that point to now. Why the fuck are you still carrying these loads? You go through the shit, figure out, pull the lessons out that you needed to learn, and you let the rest of it go. You understand and embrace and love the experiences, understand the emotions from them, and file them away in their appropriate place in your brain and let the baggage and residual bullshit of it go. Why is it so hard for people to do this shit? I cannot understand where this comes from in the human nature. There are things that don't make sense that humans do that animals don't. And yes, they've been here millions of years longer than we have. We are the youngest species of anything on this planet and in this universe. Yet we think we're the most superior of it all. I mean, the hallmarks of the narcissist. Here we go. We're shit compared to all of the other beauty that's in this world. And it's why we're so fucked up. You don't have clans of warring animals and shit like that. You just have their natural instinct to eat and survive, and that's it, and reproduce. We have to have power over other people's land. We have to have power over them. We have to have power and control over every fucking thing, no matter what it is. Not ourselves. And then complain, by the way, that we don't have power over ourselves. Like now, we don't take advantage of the power when we do have it. We give it away and then complain because it's given away, or it's taken rather, in a different way. You give a little bit, a lot is taken. And that's where we are as a species. Everybody's fucked up. No matter where you go, everybody's battling something. And it shouldn't be that way. Nobody should be battling anything, internal or otherwise. But here we are, this shit version of what we aren't supposed to be. Like the worst of the worst. We're just getting worse. Do we not see that? Now we got people, being kind and you do this and do that, all this mental health shit and all that. The reason we're all fucked up is because two things, only two things. Two things, religion and politics. Religion has stolen people's ability to do anything for themselves. Well, I'm just going to give it to God. I'm going to go ahead and just let Jesus take the wheel. Jesus, take the wheel. Why the fuck? You know what? Do that shit on the highway and let me know how that works out. You don't release yourself over your own life, dummy. You fix that shit. If you want help, hold that motherfucker's hand. Just give me a hand. Just hold me, walk with me through this. That was the whole footprints idea. You're not walking alone. We're here for each other. That's the premise of it. You'll always have someone there. But y'all motherfuckers, I'm going to go ahead and let that go. I'm going to let you go ahead and handle this situation. And what the fuck are you going to be doing? Now I know somebody's beaching a moo-moo or something. Like, please help me understand that shit. You have to be present for your own fucking problems. How the fuck do you think they're going to be fixed? Well, I'm going to leave it to God. God will fix it. Please tell me how. Please tell me how. Like, if God was fixing all your shit, what the fuck do you learn in this life? What do you learn for yourself? What do you learn for anyone else? If you have this character doing these things for you. There are so many individuals, people of many walks, the intelligentsia, academia, medicine, everywhere, that tell the world that religion is for the feeble-minded, the people that can't do anything for themselves, the people that can't think for themselves, people that don't even have any faith in their own selves. They have to create a secondary entity to give them justification for a lot of things, or to help them understand life better, to give them something to look forward to and have faith in. As if none of those things could be had by the very soul inhabiting the body that's thinking that shit. So everybody has this thing where they want to run to church and all that. It's good to have something where you can regroup, but it's the wrong type of regrouping. You're letting go of your own life and giving that power away to something that you don't even know or understand. Because even in the Bible, that's another fucking thing, man. Shit, y'all motherfuckers. It has truth woven into it. It's not 100%. The closest to 100% is the Jewish Bible. The Torah has everything that we needed to to set the baseline. All of the stories that follow the different individuals. And on top of that, as people outside of the Jewish community don't really know, because you're so fucking have your head stuck up Christianity's ass, there's books that contain secret knowledge that will never be released. That very high-ranking rabbinical priests, whatever you want to call them, they're not really called priests, I can't think of the word now, but they have information that it will blow your mind what's in these things. It's basically the truth and what's known. That's what the chosen people thing is. They were given special information. The rest of the world, the warring ones, the ones that want to control, all of these people, they have that information. Why the fuck do you think we have this ongoing, thousands of years long feud with them? The holy war, the jihad that's going on between the Middle Easterns on both sides of the bank, the Jews and the Muslims. You have to think about that. The two oldest religions fighting, well, what are they fighting for? Has anyone really asked themselves that question? I mentioned in one of my other podcasts that it's just like a sibling rivalry kind of thing. Yeah, that's on the face of it. That's not the foundation. The fundamental truth is much deeper. Our origins, everything that we are, who we are, the truths about ourselves, our truths about humanity, all of that, they have. Like, there's a lot. Like, you really, if you're not Jewish or familiar with the community, you really have no clue what they deal with, the knowledge that they have, their ways of moving in the world, their communication, their commitment, all of that. Study the Kabbalah, though. But when I tell you, like, it's things that nobody, like, y'all sitting here, I'm going to church on Sunday. Grow up. Like, but you have all these problems. You want to give your tithes and do all of that shit? Yeah. Business. Like, it's all about control and money. Why the fuck is that supposed to be in a guide book for life? Why? When did money come about? When did this shit, how did it all of a sudden make its way to this book? Anyway, y'all need to ask the right questions. Y'all asking the wrong shit these days. Or looking at the wrong things or arguing about the stupidest shit and not the shit that's right in front of you. Like, I got to keep reminding people because people seem to keep glossing over the shit. Like, are you not paying attention? Like, the very first fucking book in the Bible, the creation story, it says, motherfuckers, right in it. What was that? Verse 26? It says in it, let us create man. Us and create. Let me take it back. Elementary, because that's where y'all at mentally and soulfully. Elementary fucking shit. What the fuck does us mean? It's not singular, is it? Or did I miss something in school myself? And I'm the only one in the world that did. So we have us, and then we have create. That's the part that I need y'all to fucking focus on. That very damn verse. Because it answers every question that you have, and it'll tell you right that fucking shit there. It tells you that none of this shit is what we think it is, especially fucking religion. We are a giant fucking, we're a lab experiment. Fuck. That's what it is. We're a fucking lab experiment. If anybody would ever just take the time, a lot of people can't get into it, but black and white shit, Like The Outer Limits from 1963 or 65. Look, if every episode talks about exactly what it is that I've been talking about. And this shit's real. We already know that, people want to make conspiracy shit and say that the Jews control the entertainment industry because there's communication with our dumbass minds, letting us know that the things that we think are entertainment, the things that we think are just sci-fi and shit like that, every last bit of that are seeds that's being implanted into our brains. Horror movies, all that shit's real. Of course, we know witches are real. They're not like broomstick flying and all that other shit. Although witches can do whatever their powers are, they aren't limited at all. Everyone has their own. They're real. So demons, jinn, all of those things, they're real. So going back to this Genesis verse, let us is referring to the divine council, was also mentioned of the books in the Bible. That's the simplest way to describe it. The book of Enoch kind of breaks that down. We have the watchers that came down and all that other shit. They have their own bosses. They have bosses that tell them what to do. Everyone does. The archangels, or what they put in the Bible as archangels, those are also foot soldiers too. They have a boss, and it's not just your one God that you all think of. There's 11 more. It's just that when all of this shit was created, Christianity, this religion stuff that y'all fall over for, fight for, kill for, all of that shit was planted. But there are still seeds. There are still parts of that. That's truth. We just have to know what we're looking at and reading, since we want to use it and throw it in people's faces all the time. The Bible says, who gives a shit what it says if you don't understand it? Which most people don't. Not even theologians. Like, how can you be in a seminary and teaching wrong shit? And then those motherfuckers come out, start these churches up, teaching the wrong shit too. The ones that actually go to a seminary. There's motherfuckers pull out, oh shit, pastor driving a Bentley. Let me go ahead and open your church. So we really have to ask the right questions. What the fuck do these things mean? So this divine council, they have control over lots of different areas of everything, everywhere. The people part, there's one in particular that works a little bit more with humanity, and that's the one that everybody sees and thinks of as God, to put it in a simpler way. But there's also others that affect lots of other parts of the life of a human being. There's others that affect nature. The very beauty and master of it is controlled by another entity, not the God that we think. Because we jokingly say things like Mother Nature or Father Time and things like this. And then, of course, you have the Greco-Roman myths and creatures. They're all real. Then you have, like, for example, you have Zeus that's supposed to be the main one or something like that. And then all of the other ones, Atlas and so forth. It's the same principle. Polytheism. Of course, let's not go back to Egyptian culture. Same damn thing. They have that pantheon of deities. In the Hindu culture, everyone has their pantheon, and they all have the same function. Then you have dumbass Christianity coming along. Yeah, this is old white man. We just gonna focus on him real quick. The fuck does he do? Everything. Really? Okay. I'll take it. It just works. Jesus Christ. If everybody else has this, and unconnected in the very beginning of all of this, everybody else has the same ideas. Like, we haven't even made it to the Western Hemisphere. Everybody has the idea that there is more than one entity that controls all of everything that's around. More than one. More than one. I'm saying we, fuck that shit. Y'all stupid motherfuckers. Y'all Christians firmly believe that there's one damn God. Have y'all picked up a book and read Akhenaten, King Tut's father? Akhenaten wanted to do the whole monotheism thing, and that didn't work because it wasn't real. It wasn't right. When there's a shit ton of deities to be placated. No, we're not doing that shit. But here we are, removing those, letting it be the run of the world, because I think a third of the world's religion or some shit is Christianity. Everything else is just broken down into the other 2/3. And that's not okay. That's a very large portion of the world believing wrong information, believing in something that's fully erroneous. But, here we are. Wars everywhere, every corner of the fucking planet. Greed, poverty, famine. When this whole fucking planet was created to sustain life, this whole universe, our section of the universe has the ability to sustain all types of life. The moon, the satellite moon, by the way, has the ability to sustain life because it currently does, as well as Mars. You can see Mars. Mars was our last, I might as well move into that. Mars was our last home. It was why only, I'll say recently, but the Book of Enoch, read it. We're seeing pictures of red, we call it the red planet, of red sandy shit. Of course, NASA's coming back with, well, there's some bacteria up there. Bacteria, which means life. We started from bacteria. Anyway, there was some panspermia that happened. We fucked up Mars like we're going to do it here again if we don't change. That planet, you can see where there was life, just like at the bottom of our ocean. You can see in different parts, everybody open up their fucking Google Earth or whatever you want to look at, the satellite pictures, look into the oceans. You see all kinds of shit. Like, why do we have straight railroad tracks and shit at the bottom of the sea? Like, what the fuck? Like, oh, it's just sand, it's erosion, it's this, it's animals doing shit. No, the fuck it's not. Please tell me what that pyramid structure is. Please tell me why they have pockets of communities in certain places. I have a whole hour long, I was going through the entire fucking planet and looking at all these different things and how they just all of a sudden erased the little area of a base by Santa Barbara. We already got that. Just so y'all know. We already know it's there. So you might as well put it back. ABC, get your shit together. Stop trying to hide information. Doesn't look good. Anyway, you have the same structures in Egypt. You have the same structures. The rover is bringing back these images. The rover is sending it back to us. Same fucking shit. Same shit. Exact same shit. Down to the shape of the topography. Like, you can just see how the landscape is. It resembles Mars. So it makes you wonder. Well, it doesn't make me wonder because I already know. We were already there. I've seen it. I had a past life regression that took me through every fucking life I've had, and every life I've had except the last 4 was elsewhere. And I could see exactly what we did, and it is exactly what we're doing now. We're destroying this planet, and we're destroying each other. That's what we did before. And my job here is to stop your dead ass in your tracks because we're on our way. Nuclear destruction. There's a lot of radiation that was recorded on Mars, yet there's still an atmosphere. There's still bacteria. There's even been water that's been found in certain places. It used to be exactly like Earth, but we fucked it up because of the same damn problems we have here now. Religion and politics. There are even statues laying in the sand that you can say, like, this shit's ridiculous. It's exactly Earth. It really is. And believe it or not, there's still life there. There's some structures there that have been built that can be seen if you know the right people that have access to those images. NASA. There's a lot that we don't know. So I don't even say that we don't know. It's just we choose to not know. We want to just stick here with our own bullshit problems and sit here and be depressed and sad and all that. We want to stick here and do all that shit. No, motherfucker, I want to go back home. Fuck y'all. I'm done with y'all bitches. I'd rather be back there where the shit was good. We were not this fucked up. Let me take that back. It was only a handful of people, just like it is now, that had all this control. The majority of the people were good. And a lot of people died. in the same way that we're going to with the shit that we're leading up to once again. And we're running out of time. Everybody's now trying to get onto their mental health now. Like, no. There's no time for it. Well, we're going to do this and we're going to do that. No, fuck that shit. We've already had that chance. You need to get your shit together now. We're not taking no sweet ass little times. We're not doing any of that shit. Shit is about to get fucking real. 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 As if it wasn't before. No, the fuck is real now. Why do you think all of this UFO shit is starting to come? And it's boiling over. You see it everywhere. It's mentioned everywhere. You see it in the sky. These motherfuckers are just coming down like, hey, what's up, yo? I'm just going to pass on by. Have a good day. You know what I mean? Like, these motherfuckers are coming down like we aces and shit. Like, y'all been here before. Of course they have. They've never left. They're just like we go swim into the ocean and pick up fish and pull them out and put them on our boats and study them. That's what they do when they abduct people. Same exact fucking thing. But y'all don't get that, oh my God, they're going to take us and turn us into the... No, bitch. We're already turning ourselves into this dumb as shit pool of just, ugh. And that's what they're checking on. Like, how fucked up are these motherfuckers? I think this experiment is failing. But that's the point. We were supposed to do this shit again. This is a beautiful planet that we have, and we're destroying it. There's so many beautiful places, and we were to be here. This is our Eden. If you look at all of the beautiful places on this planet, it was to be our Eden. But here we are, destroying it. For money, power, greed, control. Because our politics tells us that, to be divided. Because religion tells us to not do shit for our own damn lives and internal whatever. And we just let those powers control because we feel like it's nothing we can do. Are you fucking kidding me? It's 99% of us. Like how? What? That's like having 100,000 fucking people in one place, yet 10 that's causing all the fucking havoc and nobody's doing anything. No one out of 100 fucking thousand, 99,990 fucking people are allowing 10 people to destroy all 99,990,000 and the planet that we live on. What sense does that fucking make? Please explain make that bullshit make sense, you people. Make it make sense. You can't. You can't even make it make sense to yourself. Why do you still hold on to the same bullshit? Like I said earlier, the dumpsters you passed over the years, you still holding on to the shit. Why? No answer. Why are we killing each other? Like, kill someone, then what? Do you really have satisfaction from that? Because, when you mark a life, when you take one, that's a mark on your soul. When you close your eyes, your ass is fucking haunted. I don't give a fuck what anybody says or thinks. When you do that, it's an energy transfer there that doesn't get talked about. When you snuff someone's life out like that, oh God, you'll never, ever have peace. You won't. You can have it on the outside, but you'll never have it on the inside, ever. So when you're killing people, prime example, even though it's not purposeful, but soldiers, look at what happens when they come back. Some of them are so fucked up because of all the people they had to kill. Children, women, pregnant women, grandmothers, collateral damage in a war they didn't have anything to do with. But they do it because they have to. They're marred by that shit permanently. A lot of them are fucked. Not the ones that are physically fucked, but the ones that are mentally and physically. They're all fucked up. So that's what I mean. We don't think critically. We just follow. We just do whatever. And the follow example I brought up before is these influencers and shit. Like when you watch them on whatever you watch them on and they forget to turn that camera off and you really see how shit they are. Or when they take off all the makeup, you see how hideous they are. These people are making money and followers and likes and having fans for the wrong shit. People out there doing dumbass shit and having millions of followers. What the fuck are you contributing to humanity? And we're not talking about entertainment right now. We're talking about soul level shit. What the fuck are you doing? What are you doing? Because we're already fucked. Why are you fucking us more? Like I said, it's good to have some entertainment, some release from reality, but not in that way at this point. We need reality. And the reality is we're on our way to destroying this planet and ourselves, and we will be no more. Not that anybody will care afterwards, because we will be dust. The 3 days of darkness that the Bible talks about, nuclear winter. Look at those who survived Chernobyl, the ones that survived the couple of years that they did from the severe fucking radiation, and the ones that came after that that were so fucked up. It's still inhabitable, and it's been decades. And that was an accident. I mean, a large-scale accident, but a small-scale thing compared to an actual detonation that was purposeful. Imagine what it would do. But you worried about a little heartbreak you had when you were 16, or your little molestation when you were 10. Girl, boy, grow up. Get over it. You're 30, 40, 50, 60, fucking 70 years old now. Get over it. Because it does not matter in the grand scheme. That's what reality is now. And y'all going to a place that's empty. The Bible will not be able to save you during that nuclear winter, or the cause of it. The God that you pray to won't. Because the God that you pray to is sitting on a panel watching this stuff transpire with his 11 others, as well as their commanders. It's all relative. We're supposed to be here to love one another. We're supposed to be here to be good to Mother Nature. We're supposed to be here to just be good. And we're the exact opposite of that. We're not. We're horrible, terrible, fucked. I don't know how many times I gotta use that word, because I really can't think of anything that's stronger than that. Like, we're fucked if we don't change, if we don't fix ourselves first and foremost, so that we can help each other fix this fucked up shit that we're in. It's no way that we can survive this time. This is the third go round, third time's a charm. And on this beautiful planet that's in the midway, we're not in a too hot atmosphere and we're not in a too cold one. We're in a perfect one, most beautiful specimen. And we're destroying it. Because that's what we thought. Maybe we put them somewhere else more beautiful than before. Maybe they'll chill the fuck out. Eden, the Garden of Eden that they have in that same book that everyone wants to run to. The whole Genesis let us thing. That's what that is. But, carry on. It's supposed to be someplace on Earth. No, it is Earth. And we're trying to return to that. We're trying to return to where we were. As a people, our souls naturally want to be higher because they know that we aren't originally from here. We were conceived elsewhere and brought here. So we'll just call it a lab. We were birthed in one lab to be brought to another. That whole panspermia. When you see shooting stars, of course, there's some little bit of information out there. That's how we got here. Those shooting stars and comets and shit like that. They only happen certain times a year. They don't happen random. They have to happen with certain celestial events. And they come bearing gifts, I'll say. Because there's life on those as well. A lot of them end up landing in the sea. Wonder why that is. Just like we have our amniotic sac to grow in. Do you ever wonder why the ocean, very little of it has been explored? Because a lot of it you can't access. Look at the movie Abyss. Think about how deep we would have to go to see those things. That is one of my favorite movies because it is very true. The best way to work is in a very quiet and invisible space. Think of the Denver airport and what's under that motherfucker. That's another story. Can't have prying eyes, news media, all kind of shit like that. Being nosy. Because then you would know the whole truth. Oh my God, there's no God. Our feeble little brains, well, yours, wouldn't be able to handle that. Everything you all have built your lives on would fall apart in front of you, because nothing would be anywhere near you've been thinking all this time. Oh yeah, there's a God, and we live and get jobs, we retire, we have good lives, we do this, we do that, and then we die, and then we go nowhere. No. All of that is wrong. It's no structure. That's what I mean. Like the bulk of that life, you're being conditioned to do shit for those powers, to work in their corporations and be slaves for them. And then you retire all fucked up, body all broken, 60, 70 years down the road, just to live 1 year after you retire. And then you die. You can't even enjoy the peace that you had. But they got their money's worth. What the fuck did you get? That 1 year. Our entire lives are supposed to be dedicated to us being what we're supposed to be, as well as those for others. We're very fucking imperfect because we refuse to work on ourselves. We're just fucking flat stones. We aren't sculpted bricks for a beautiful cathedral or building of some sort, an architectural marvel. We're nothing. We're just a slab of stone waiting to be touched and molded because we refuse to do that. So we just sit there, dormant, doing shit, purposeless, until may never come because of those who did get molded into something that they weren't supposed to be molded into. They allowed someone else to mold them instead of being inherently who they are, you know? Like we have stones, crystals, things on this planet, beautiful things gifted to us. Everything on this planet is a gift. Those little things help us communicate, balance our energies, protect those energies, do a lot of different things. Hell, we use quartz in our watches, electronics, all kinds of shit. Some homewares, like quartz is everywhere. But do we utilize it for our personal selves, though? To enhance the energies that we're working with within? Like if I'm having a good day, I may want to share that with someone. What's a good way? What's a portable way to do that? Like we don't think again. Anyway, I'm gonna wrap this up. I'm just in a different state of mind right now. You know, I feel like I'm doing a TED Talk. Like I'm just pacing the floor as I always do. People that know me, I pace when I do these. Because the information just flows through, just comes out. And I know that it's information that has to come out and be given to you all. I'm a microphone on a microphone. Information is being flowed and poured into me and to your speakers. So it's up to you all to listen to them and really start working and asking and working and asking and critically thinking. Like work on yourselves, dig those fucking shovels out and get in those closets. Get rid of all the bullshit. Free yourself. Free your mind. Free it of the clutter. And really ask questions. Really study everything. Not just religion, but everything. Find any random old book and just read. And I'm not talking about maybe plant life or some shit like that. No. Like a really old book that talks about civilization. Read something different. Go to a bookstore. I spend a lot of hours in rare bookstores, antique books. I read a lot of those, and a lot of them have information you would just be blown away by. And then you can match it up with a lot of different things, kind of like Nostradamus, how he became a prolific figure in our future and his quatrains and the things that he's brought out to us. People want to hold and hang so tightly to things that help us see what the future is because we are being told from this book about the apocalypse. So people want to know and try to prepare for it. That shit has to be done internally. And it's not the type of thing that you think. People actually think people are going to be floating up to the damn sky for the rapture. I mean, like, how dumb are you? Like, there are people who really think that would, like, actually happen. Ugh. Smite these people. If you up there, you know, like people say, well, one of y'all motherfuckers. Smite these motherfuckers. Like, really start over. Because that's what the problem is. They're defective now. They're just breeding more defective lab rats, I guess. I don't even know what the fuck to say. Like, I know some people will be listening to this shit like, oh, such a fucking cunt. I don't really give a shit. The information is there. How it's portrayed, it's up to you to fucking take that shit. The information is, we're getting ready to come up on something fucking huge. I cannot give you those details, but the point is, you really need to fix your shit. Get rid of this old shit and be happy. Bring your love out. Share it with yourself, every part and every inch of you, so that you can spread it widely out of you to the rest of the world. If everybody does that, I'm guaranteeing you, everything will change. The wars will just stop. They'll just cease. Stop. Just period. And the bombs that are out there and the other technology that you all don't know about, they're infinitesimally more harmful than these bombs. Like, it can wipe out the whole planet type shit in one decision. I need us all, no, not me, but the powers that be, astrally, not these bitches here that want control for the wrong reason. Astrally, it is being requested that you all fix your shit. If not, this is our last chance. We do not get another do-over. We've already done it twice. We can't fuck up this last time, or else it'll be the end of the experiment. I'll say that. And the benefit to humanity is that peace, that love, that garden that everyone so desperately wants in that book to be a place on Earth. When it is Earth, we're already here. We're already in that garden, but we are eating too many fucking apples, if you'll be able to understand it that way. And being fucked up, listening to too many snakes. But on the other side of that, we're actually snakes. We're actually reptiles. Why do you think we have so many similarities? You know, again, go read a book. The missing links aren't missing. They just aren't that far back. Everyone stops at apes. No. You have a lot of species to go. When the whales and the world was 90%, if not more, covered with water, and they had to adapt. And since they were in the vast oceans, they grew and grew and grew. There was nothing to stop them from growing. There's variations, fish of all different sizes. But the whales, they're older than we think. The very first living, breathing, sentient things on this planet were reptilian. We have so many things like our spine and our eyes, our skin, like we shed our skin. We shed our fucking skin. What else does that? Like shit. We still have, like, the hurt is still there within our bodies. Listen to the words. Like, take that to something spiritual, where the very base of our spine, the sacrum, is the root of our energy center. Like, put all that shit together. I'm giving you bits and pieces, but I need y'all to put it together and to think critically. Think of me as a teacher, teaching you the right shit. We're not doing this by the book. We're doing this by the universe. There's so much out there that you all need to know. There's a lot of things I can't just blurt out. It'll come when it does and when you're ready for it. Just like this new move for full disclosure and how our technology is advancing so quickly, and the hands that are in that pot that are pushing it to move in this direction. All of that, again, ask, work, ask, and think. That's what you all need to do. So I'm out of here, y'all. Come back to my TED Talk. Thank you for being at this one.